On October 24th, 2005, there was a little game released called Club Penguin. My promise is important, just hear me out, alright? See, now little old me was like 4 years old at the time, so I didn't necessarily play it on launch, but my brother and I like wound up stumbling upon it when we were looking for MMO games to play online. And for years upon years after that, it became my go-to game for everything. Like my earliest experience with an internet community was a forum called cpcheats.info. To this day, I remain in contact with a few of the friends I made on that forum. And if you've watched my subpar videos on this channel and paid attention to the credits, one of the users listed there, Normo, is actually one of those users from that forum. I would spend so much time on these forums talking to my friends. I would spend a lot of time on YouTube watching videos about all the crazy rumors that cropped up all the time about the game. But the longest lasting impact that Club Penguin had on me was a channel called Club Penguin Broadcast. This is my earliest memory of creators using in-engine footage of a video game in order to make videos. Machinima. And in hindsight, a lot of the Club Penguin Broadcast videos were really childish and have not aged too well, but kid me would eat that shit up, dude. I even remember making a knockoff channel called Club Penguin Studios with a Z. I can't locate the video these days because that channel has tons of videos to sift through, but I remember one of theirs used a video game track that caught my attention to no end, and I'll play it for you real quick. When I found the game that this song was from, I binged an entire Let's Play of it. I was so curious about the game, especially considering I owned other games from the franchise. I didn't own a GameCube though, and by the time I discovered this game, there was really no way for me to buy it to play on my Wii. I was still a little kid relying on my parents to buy me games, and there just weren't any retailers that had this game in stock. The only way I was able to play it was through Dolphin emulation. Even then, I had like a really shitty laptop that could barely run it. That game, obviously, was Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. In 2012, I stumbled across SMG4 on YouTube, who used in-engine footage of Super Mario 64 in order to make videos. Machinima. This was my personal first exposure to SM64 Machinima, and since then I've been cranking out my own ideas for videos and series and so on and so forth. If you know me, you know my biggest thing is SUBPAR Mario 64, a Machinima series that, at the grassroots, I want to feel like a Paper Mario game. I wanted to edit Mario characters to have cool different outfits, different personalities. I wanted to touch upon different parts of the games that the main series doesn't. I wanted to have different locations. I wanted to do so much with a fictional world that, for a long time, didn't do much of anything with its existing characters and such. 2012 also happened to be the year that Paper Mario Sticker Star was set to release, and believe me, this was like the peak of my Paper Mario fanboyism. I was so excited for Sticker Star, dude, you have no idea. I had played Thousand Year Door and Super by this point, and I loved them. I loved them so much, but my need to play another game like Thousand Year Door was still just there. And hey, Sticker Star was a 3D game. It had a battle system. It looked like it was going to be good. It looked like it was going to be a return to Thousand Year Door's gameplay formula. What could possibly go wrong? The game kind of sucks. At least it sucks to me. It didn't have like the whimsy and the crazy locations that Thousand Year Door had. It didn't have any of the fun character designs or partners. The gameplay loop was just not fun, and you could genuinely avoid playing half of the game by not doing battles. I even remember sitting around in the stage where you get that green toad to follow you, and I was pretending like he was a partner that would stay with me the whole game. I spent like hours in this stage just wishing that he could like join in the battles and actually play the game with me. I was that desperate to just have a companion like you would in Thousand Year Door. And if you like Sticker Star, more power to you. If you like every game after it, even more power to you. Those games are even closer to what I imagined a proper sequel would be like. But the magic for me was dead in the water. I felt nothing playing all three of those games beyond wishing that they just could have been like Thousand Year Door. It's a dead horse at this point though. Everyone knows that the series isn't what it used to be. Everyone knows the franchise is taking its own path. But the hope that it could be what it was in the past, it didn't go away. Even as late as like the Origami King on Switch, a character named Babam, who the game chooses to call Bobby through like the stupidest loophole. It was the closest thing the series had gotten to being like its former self. People remember Bobby more than anything in the Origami King, and I would argue it's as simple as the fact that they call him Bobby, even though his name is technically Babam. Despite all that, despite the nosedive that the franchise took, at least to me, I still wanted to keep making my silly little videos. It's not like the Thousand Year Door just didn't exist anymore. The game is still there as a template. I can still make the stuff I want to make. I still can play the game if I want to. It's a good game. It's never going away. And I did make the content I wanted to make. I did it twice. 3 times if you want to get technical, 4 times if you want to count a really shitty video. And I'm still continuing to make them. I still look at Thousand Year Door for inspiration. I still try to crack the code of what made the game so wonderful. And I still think back to the fact that what started my desire to make Subpar was a freaking Club Penguin Machinima YouTube channel who used a song from Thousand Year Door in a video that I can't find at all. I don't know the title of that video. I don't know where it went. But it was just the Glitz Pit song. And it was as simple as that. And then it just went from there.
This next video will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
What? What the fuck? What? Dude, it looks so good. Bro, I'm shaking. I'm like trembling. Oh my god. My heart is fucking pounding, dude. This shit right here, this is why I live. You do not understand, dude. This is legit 10 plus years of my life coming to a close. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been tweeting about this shit for years. And to know that because of that fucking stupid little Club Penguin video, I'd be this excited about a remake of a 20-year-old game, it makes me so happy. Dude, I was tapping my leg all day in class like a fucking lunatic, knowing that this game is being remade. I feel so validated for bothering to try to make my own stupid little videos. I feel so validated for holding out hope that this series is important. I feel validated, I feel alive, and I won. It feels like my life has genuinely come full circle. Like, to know that my love for Thousand Year Door cropped up because of a friggin' Club Penguin Machinima video. To know that it made me want to make my own videos inspired by both it and Thousand Year Door. To know that it led me to where I am now making these videos. It's a feeling like no other to be validated like this. That's all. I'm just a happy guy. Thanks for watching. Deuces.